Stevo Bobby, what's the word, man?
That's
It's your boy,
good.
big bro. Welcome to another episode of NBA Central. You got the old man, and the young bucks in the building. We're gonna talk about something real interesting today. Out of the last 5 number 1 overall picks, which one of them had the best rookie season? We'll talk about that right after the intro.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
What's the word, NBA basketball fan? Welcome to another episode of NBA Central. Y'all already know, hit us up at NBA Central Pod on all social media platforms. Steve-O, Bobby, man, I think
Yo,
it's a real interesting topic. I came across it. You know how it is when you scrolling on whatever you're scrolling on. From the last 5 drafts, who had the most impressive rookie season as the number 1 overall pick? Was it DeAndre Ayton in 2018? Was it Zion in 2019, Anthony Edwards in 2020, Cade Cunningham in 2021, or Bantero in 2022 with the Orlando Magic? All right, fellas, let's get to it, man. We can break it down. What's the word? We already know Zion is already automatically eliminated. We already know. He's eliminated.
hey,
He put up major numbers, Bobby. Major
and
numbers. 24 games played, 22 points, 60% from the field, 42% from three, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. But he only played 24 games.
he bogus. That's why I
Yeah,
meant that I was gonna look at Zion, to be honest with you, but it's just the size of the amount of games just wasn't good enough. So me personally, I'm gonna go number one is Anthony Edwards for me. I think along with I believe he averaged 19 points per game. He still came out, and it was just the personality that just kind of put it over the top, the want to be better, the confidence to go out and be like, yeah, I'm one of the best ones already. I could do anything. I remember he did like an interview, like they was like, what sport are you bad at? He was like, none of them. I bust your ass in anything on
Yep.
road. So that's what made it more exciting. And then it's not like he didn't continue to do so afterwards. I know we talking about the rookie season, but if you're looking at just real quick off the subject, if you're looking at years past then, he ain't did nothing but has gotten better. So I got to get Anthony Edwards the nod on this one with a close number 2. I would give it to Aiden for me
You
with
giving
the
it to
number
Aiden.
2.
So
Yeah.
I like your pick and Anthony Edwards. That was one of my picks. I'll give my picks after Steve-O. But he Anthony Edwards, you're correct, man. He was all rookie first team. He was also an NBA All Star in his 3rd season. So he did continue to get better. And man, when he got into the league, he was catching bodies. That
Oh,
man was
bro.
dunking on people.
He was doing his thing.
And it was some nasty dunks too. It wasn't like it was just some look at this nigga was catching bodies.
Bye.
So
Bye.
go ahead, Steve-O. Just go
yeah.
ahead.
Anthony Ever was a good one, but we going by impact and stats. We gotta go, my boy, that my Duke brethren, Paulo Brantero, for sure.
Okay.
Hey, he came out the gate. Hey, first of all, we already knew what it was. Came out of Duke 6'10", 250, grown man already. So we knew his body was there, the skills was there, and we knew he was gonna be one of those instant plays, instant impact guys. And he did exactly that. Hey, his first game, he went crazy. Speaking of catching bodies, caught a body. Completely two-hand yammed or somebody. He shouldn't have jumped with him, but he did. Caught him. I believe he ended that game with 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. And that's pretty much the type of stat lines you've seen throughout his season. Finishing averaging 20 points, 3 assists, and 6 rebounds, almost 7. So he's an all around player. He probably out of everybody on this, I think he might be my vote is probably the one with the highest potential. Who, if I had to go down and be like, that's a guaranteed MVP right there, that's him.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's tough.
Paolo is a nice pick. He's definitely a nice pick. So I know you already gave your number 2, so I think what we should do is we each give our number 1, number 2, and all the way down to number 5, right? So I'm right there with you though, Steve-O. Paolo's my number 1, and it's mainly because he looked like he belonged the second he stepped on an NBA court. I mean, the numbers don't lie in terms of what he did. He played 72 games, which is kind of unheard of in today's NBA, especially even with rookies. And then he averaged 20 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Also a steal and a half a block for the season.
And shot
And
42.
and he had the Orlando Magic looking good in the second half of the season. And from what I'm seeing right here, he joins LeBron James as the only teenager, the second teenager in NBA history to put up 30 points and 15 boards in a game, 30 points
That's
and
solid.
15 rebounds. And he also got, of course, NBA Rookie of the Year, all rookie honors. And this is a crazy tidbit. He's the first Italian NBA player to win the award in his rookie season. I didn't even know he was from Italy.
Shout out to him.
His name is Benchero.
I mean, hey, I so what?
So you thought, hey, that's almost how I feel when I saw David Ortiz. I should have known he's for the DR. His name is
Hey.
Pablo Benchero. I knew he
Hey.
wasn't all us.
Hey,
Hey,
gentlemen,
Pablo, I thought he was from one of the Caribbean islands.
it's
I ain't gonna lie.
Exactly, at least something.
It's Paolo Banchero. I thought he was more Hispanic descent, Latin descent. I didn't
Exactly,
know
It
you
it
was
know,
the
was
Bencheros. I
yeah.
knew a Benchero was Italian, so
for
that's the only
sure.
reason.
So,
I'm
but
all
I'm
for
right
it.
there with you, though, Bobby. My number 2 is Anthony Edwards. He did the same thing. He looked NBA ready coming onto the floor. He also played 72 games in his first season. He also put up almost 20 points a game. His 3-pointer could have used a little bit more work, but hey, I got him at number 2. Steve-O, who you got at number 2 on out of these 5 players?
Um, like don't get me wrong, Anthony Edwards. Um, I had to go Anthony. And I mean Anthony Edwards definitely. He just came in. He was a human highlight film, straight out. I think that's one of the things that helped him stand out as a rookie. Is he had highlight plays. He had key games. He played. He could. And one thing I liked about him is one thing we was worried about is his shot coming out of college, and he completely worked on it. And they got better and better as the season went on. So yeah, he'll be my second as well.
Yeah, my second was DeAndre Ayton. And the reason I went with him is simply because I believe he was one of those pieces that started off to what the Phoenix Suns is today. Up in that in that particular moment. So we can still look at the numbers. It was 16. He put up 16 and 10 in just 30 minutes of play. To me, I think that's pretty damn good. And it, honestly, to what's being said about him now, it's not what we were saying his rookie season. A lot of people, I think out of college, a lot of people were still questioning his motor and so on and so forth. But his rookie season, a lot of people was like, okay, this dude can be something. You know what I'm saying? And he showed up, and I believe the impact, he was a part of what the Phoenix Suns are today. So I had to give him the nod on that one. And
I
then,
ain't mad at
yeah.
you for that DeAndre Ayton selection, that number 2. And you're correct. He did put up 16 and 10. He shot more threes in his later on in his career. He didn't shoot any threes in his first
Mm-hmm.
season. And I think that's what really kind of shocked me, because at Arizona, he was shooting a lot more from the outside. Then he
Right.
got to the league and really didn't do so. But his rookie year, I mean, honestly, 16 to 10 is pretty much what he's done for his whole career. And
Yeah, you can argue that. Yep. Well,
that's
it's
pretty
facts.
that's pretty much the average center now, not necessarily the Jokers and Embiids of the world, but your
Mm-hmm.
average center is going to give you around 17, 18 points, 10, 11 rebounds. So I like that about DeAndre Ayton. In his rookie year, he came in, he shot 60% from the field. He was effective. That's why I got him as my number 3 out of this 5
And
on the
that's pretty
list.
good being him typically being from the traditional center standpoint.
Right.
Hmm.
But I wanted to put him up there, but to me, I feel like Cade Cunningham just had a bigger impact.
That's fine.
He came in 17 points, 5 and 5. Um, kept the turnovers low. Also, that was a key thing for me, and averaged 1.2 steals a game. So he showed me that not only is he a legit point guard, that he is what he's 6'6", 215, long wingspan. I think he have a 7-foot wingspan, so he could play both ends. He could be an all around type player. But
Right.
definitely a two-way. He's definitely a two-way pure point guard if he wants to be.
I'm with you on that. And Cade Cunningham actually my fourth. And Zion, he gonna be last because he he only played 24 games. But when it comes to Cade Cunningham, I like what he brings. He brings the size, he brings the length, and I think what the Detroit Pistons are building over there with these young guys. You might start seeing a little bit of uh, OKC type of feel. I mean, it's still to be determined, of course. You know what I'm saying? We got to see if these players and all these players that they drafted can pan out. But you could see a young team start to rise and grow with each other. And then you got the guy that's pretty much like, all right, he's the star of the team, and everybody else is just those good other role players or upcoming stars as well. So I do respect what he did in his first season for sure.
Yeah, Kate Cunningham came in at number 4 for me, and it's not because he's not good. It's just that I liked what I saw from the other guys a little bit more in
Yeah.
their rookie years. But again, man, it's unfortunate that he got hurt last season because I was really excited to see what he was
Mm-hmm.
going to bring to the table to that young Detroit squad. And honestly, man, this dude got it what it takes. Now, when he came out of college, I was kind of like, I don't know about him being the
Facts.
number 1 overall pick. Out of Oklahoma State, I was like, that could be hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
he proved me wrong in his first season. He definitely proved me wrong. He got to work on that shot because in college,
Yes.
the college three is a little bit different than the NBA three for certain players. And shooting in the low 30% is not going to cut it for somebody
Facts.
that's supposed to be 35% or better, in my opinion, if you're going to carry that load. So we're going to see what he got. But I had him at 4. And, of course, we all got Zion at number 5. We know the numbers. We know what Zion can do. The dude is a beast. He's a high. The dude is
Yeah.
efficient as all get out. Like the most efficient player in the NBA, honestly, if he's on the court.
To me, I
Yeah.
would have had that man at number 1 if he would have just played 60 games.
Yep,
Mhm.
easily.
He would have
Yep.
easily got it because he was powerful against NBA talent from game 1. Like it
Even
was
on minutes
ridiculous.
restrictions.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, and the reason I put Adam at 4, just to say, is because I ain't gonna lie. The reason I had higher expectations than what he put out. Yeah, what he put out was good,
Yeah,
but I was really expecting Apollo type,
for
Apollo,
sure.
LeBron, a Melo type. Because if you really paid attention to how he was at Arizona, dude was crazy. Like nobody, he was unstoppable every night.
Right.
Yeah, he was in the Pac-12, but even when he played them big games, he did his thing. So I was really expecting him to be like a big deal, like a real big deal.
Agreed. And it was just honestly, it's just it. Yeah. Of the guys that we talked about, the person I think Steve-O, you said it with the higher ceiling. I think somebody could make an argument for Paolo. I know some people will throw Anthony Edwards in there as well, but I can't be mad at some of the people that say, yeah, Paolo might have the higher ceiling. I can't be mad at that.
I
I
mean, when you
mean, yeah,
when you
go ahead.
averaging 26 and 6 as a 19-year-old, yes, I agree with
Yeah.
both of you guys. Like that's not easy to do in the NBA. I don't care what type
Right.
of
Hmm.
pace these teams are playing at. When you come into the league and average 19, 6 and 6, come on
Yeah,
now,
something like
man.
that.
That's a
And
lot. That's
Pep,
that's
yeah,
that's very impressive. So
yeah. It
Paolo
just
definitely got
and
it.
the reason I say he got that, it's just size. He's 6'10", 250.
Mm-hmm.
He just have on the trajectory standpoint versus somebody. It's a little bit harder for shorter guards to lead a team. He's the ideal person you want to lead the team. Once
Yeah.
if he even picks up a scratch of where he's starting to understand and has a high IQ, which I'm saying I'm not saying he doesn't, but if it grows like he all world.
Oh yeah, he needs to go spend some
Agreed.
time with Jason Tatum. That's what he needs to
No,
do.
I will
Put some
go
work
talk.
in.
No, go talk to Bron. No,
I will
go
go.
talk to
I would.
Bron.
Yeah. Of
Go
course, you
talk
want
to
to go.
Grant Hill. Go talk to T Mac.
That's true. Definitely Grant Hill, T Mac, former Orlando Magic players,
That'll be
Yeah,
good for him too.
alums, all of them, including Jason Tatum.
yeah,
Steve-O.
Yeah, go
yeah.
ahead and have a conversation.
I just need to. I need to. I want. I think he got the upside to be. I wouldn't consider him a two-way yet, but he has the upside to be just like I feel like Tatum does. Tatum just
Right.
don't.
Mhm.
He just he picks and choose.
That's
Yeah.
true. Hey
Yes,
man,
sir.
good conversation as Always make sure y'all like, comment, share. We want to hear what y'all think out of these 5 players. Which one had the better rookie year? And then on a side note, which one has the highest upside out of all of these players? Y'all already know, follow the rest of the Central family. We got NBA Central right here. Chicago Bulls, Bears, Sky, Blackhawks, and coming soon, Chicago Fire Central. And then, of course, we got the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs Central with your boy. You know, the White Sox bogus, man. They just decided they don't want to play. They don't want to play baseball no more. Cubs taking care of business though, man. They about to be 500. They up 9-1. Yeah, it is what it is. And then, of course, you got the Shy Bulls podcast with the Cognac Boys, C-Dub and Bobby. Y'all already know what it is, man. The content don't stop over here with the Central family. We're going to holler at y'all next time. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.